Christina. Shannon here with Distilled Tarot. Thank you so much for your patience. I've been suffering from migraines, well, most of my life, but the last couple of weeks have hit me pretty hard. The videos that you see me posting on YouTube, I'm barely making my way through that. And, I want to be able to give my best, especially for paid personal readings. It's one thing to, struggle my way through and be able to channel spiritual energy while in a great deal of pain for those free readings on YouTube. I want to keep that up, but at the same time, I feel like I owe it to my paying clients to really be at my best. So again, thank you for your patience and understanding. I had the chance to review the information that you sent over. I'm really eager to get in and see what Spirit has to say, so let's get started. Spirit, what is going on with Cristina? First card out, the Sun in reverse. This is limitless opportunities, but maybe not seeing them or not going for them. It's like guarded optimism. It may be representative of you turning a corner with your anxieties, feeling like if you felt like a dark cloud was over you because of that, because the Sun coming out it starts in reverse. When you're in a period of anxiety or depression, then you start to feel better, you start to feel more optimistic, but it's not quite happy, joy just yet. Then it'll come out in the reverse to start. It's that starting to feel optimistic energy. What's the challenge for Cristina? The Lovers. Maybe we want to talk about love first. You did mention that you hadn't met the man that you have a crush on yet, or met up with him face to face. Although I think what we're getting at here, and I don't know your overall relationship history, but I think we're talking about, in a general sense, your desire to be in a romantic relationship. Your focus is on justice, balance, finding balance. You talked about, having really worked to overcome your anxieties, putting a lot of effort toward that. And that can be, that internal balance that we find between being able to invite love and joy into our life and also deal with our own mental health. Deal with concerns that we have. Like, how do we deal with concerns in a healthy way? Maintaining that balance is an ongoing issue for most people. Show me the recent past. What led up to this for Cristina? For some reason, they're calling you Chrissy in my mind. I don't know if your friends call you Chrissy, or if you have maybe someone that's passed on that used to call you Chrissy. Sorry for that tangent. They were just like, I keep referring to you as Christina, and they were just like, it's Chrissy. Stop calling her Christina. In the recent past, we have the Fool in reverse. This is hesitancy to just go for something. Really wanting to take a risk, take a leap of faith, but then holding yourself back. Sometimes that's for good reason, if you might have done something too risky or too foolish. And then sometimes it's just inhibitions we place on ourselves, like worrying too much about the potential downside of taking the risk. Show me the energy of the environment. How is Spirit working through Christina's environment to nudge her in the right direction. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is talking about the method by which you go about accomplishing a goal. Are you looking to achieve the goal all at once? Or are you breaking that goal down into bite-sized pieces so that you can do incremental things to build up to a goal? The Knight of Pentacles in reverse says what Spirit wants you to get more familiar with is breaking a goal down into incremental pieces. So you may have a tendency to look at an idea or a concept or a goal that you're setting for yourself as the entire subject at once, the entire lump sum, like where do I want to be, and like setting your sights for the end result, and maybe having difficulty in breaking that down into what can I achieve today. It has a big sense of pressure on it, like the weight of the world on your shoulders. You put a lot of pressure on yourself to get it all done all at once. In the near future, we have the Hanged Man reverse, feeling unstuck, feeling like you understand something better because you've spent time studying and analyzing it, like you're able to then back away from it and take action. We'll come back and clarify all this. Show me Christina's surprise energy. Empress in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse. I think we're talking about the crush that you have, because the Empress in reverse is an amazing, beautiful, desirable person, but doesn't necessarily have that confidence in herself. And coupled with the Knight of Wands in reverse, it's like this desire to go after someone that you're very attracted to, but holding back. I think the holding back is because of wondering how they would see you, whether they would be attracted to you, whether they would believe that you are a fit for their life, whether they would value all of the special, unique qualities about you. I mean, in general, it's being shy. I think you know what I'm talking about. It goes a level beyond shy, but not too much. It's like you're showing up as the Empress, so you know your worth. You're not showing up as the Page of Cups, for instance. The Page of Cups, I would say, well, you really don't believe in your own value as a romantic partner, but you're not showing up as the Page of Cups. You're showing up as the Empress. Now that tells me you do have a lot of self-confidence. You know that you have unique, special qualities to share with someone. The reversal is just the sheer fact that you're not certain about how they're going to feel for you, or you're not certain how to approach them. Show me surprise energy. Ace of Swords reversed. Now, okay. Interesting, because I asked for surprise energy twice. And I think Spirit had me do that for a reason, because there was an answer that wanted to come out here regarding this Empress Knight of Wands reversed. The answer is going to be no, I think. And I'll clarify this as well. It all depends on what the question was. Let's ask. Spirit, what is the question for the Ace of Swords? Four of Swords reverse, Strength in reverse. I suspect you are not going to ask him. I think this is just indicative of you not feeling clear enough, not feeling certain enough to go for it, because we have you withdrawing from the situation to gain peace of mind, potentially because of anxiety. Whenever anyone experiences anxiety and pulls back, that's the Four of Swords energy. Like, okay, I just need to take a break from the situation. I need to get back into a comfortable environment, clear my head, not think about it for a while. And then Strength in reverse is like gearing up the courage or working on any perceived weaknesses. So it's possible that you will approach him and that he'll say no. Although I suspect this reversal means you won't actually reach out. The answer to will you reach out is a no, because of the things that we've just discussed. Doesn't mean that's the only way to attract them. Because the Empress in reverse is also not utilizing her attractive powers. We'll get into that in a second. In your hopes and fears, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Well, this is wondering about your value as an independent person. Can I stand on my own 2 feet? Or am I too dependent on others to be seen as worthy or valid? Nine of Pentacles in the upright is very independent, makes all their own money, relies on no one else for any sort of support, lives on their own, all these sorts of things. So if you live with your parents, if you are dependent on them for any sort of monetary support, or if you just don't feel like Nine of Pentacles is all about like having your life totally together, having your job sorted out, having your income be enough that you have like more than enough money to spend on fun, frivolous things like dating. So there could be some anxiety that you're experiencing over that, or some fear that you're having over that. Like, how will someone else view me as a romantic partner due to how independent I am? Or how independent you're not, depending on how you feel about that. Show me the end result. Five of Swords reversed. This is lovely when we're talking about anxiety, because this is clearing up any sort of mental chaos. If you feel troubled, if you feel concerned, this is indicative of getting over that, facing those inner demons, devil energy at the bottom of the deck here, and coming out unscathed at the other end, realizing that you hold the control. Your mind doesn't control you, it's the other way around. Okay, let's clarify here. Where do we want to start? Tell me about the Fool in reverse. Why are we not taking risks? We have the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it feels like you're taking on the entire topic all at once, and it feels like too much. So when you've just started and you're in the position of waiting for things to get going, you already jump to the ending and you feel like, well, it could be putting pressure on yourself to get farther faster, but you're taking on a lot at the same time, perhaps more than is reasonable. And that's why you don't even get started. I really think it boils down to what they were giving me earlier about deciding what you can handle in the moment, saying, okay, the entire thing I want to undertake is giant. It's like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Now that's just a crazy little saying, but it's like, how do you undertake something that's too big to do? Well, you just start doing it. You break it down into tiny little pieces. What can you handle in this moment? And that's what I feel like is stopping you from even getting started. Feeling like, well, I only have so many hands to handle things. I only have so much brain space to think about something. So it's like managing expectations. Let's see. Show me this Knight of Pentacles reversed. What else do we want to tell Cristina regarding focusing on the moment, focusing on the task at hand? Yeah, Five of Wands reversed. If you're able to break things down into bite-sized pieces and do like, it's like outline a goal and take it into smaller pieces. I'm trying to find a more creative way to get at that because that's the subject they keep bringing up. The barriers will be reversed, and you won't feel so conflicted. You won't be met with so much inner conflict. It's also about expecting conflict. They're saying they don't want you to expect conflict. Give me more on the Knight of Pentacles. Temperance. Spirit is extremely patient with all of us, but they're saying they're more patient with you than you are with yourself. You're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Conflict, pressure. It's like obstacles that you're placing in your own path and not feeling like you're making any headway is the issue. They want you to be more patient with yourself and realize that Spirit is guiding you and supporting you and is extremely patient and holding your hand every step of the way here, as they do with all of us. This Knight of Pentacles represents you in Spirit wanting you to slow down, focus on the task at hand, and then just complete what needs to be completed in the moment. Don't worry about what needs to be done an hour from now. Don't worry about what needs to be done tomorrow. That's what I mean by bite-sized pieces. It's literally like breaking up the goal into a smaller expectation for yourself. That also comes with like celebrating those each increment that you achieve. Let's see. I'll give you an example for me. That would be like, okay, Shannon, you have 12 tarot videos to record every day. That's going to take you 3 hours to record and an hour to edit and another hour to upload and process in YouTube. And that can feel like, oh my gosh, a whole nother 6 to 7 hours of work. But if I look at it as, I just need to do the next reading, that's like 12 to 15 minutes. That's all I need to focus on energy-wise for myself. And I get overwhelmed if I think I've got 7 hours of this energetic work ahead of me. I need to break it down into bite-sized pieces for myself to stay fresh, to stay clear, to stay optimistic for the people that I'm trying to serve. So that's like a personal example of how, like, even doing this for a long time, I still utilize that method of breaking something down so that I don't think about the entire thing all at once. It can get it can feel daunting. It can feel like too much. Let's see. Tell me more about this Lovers. What is this romantic challenge? It seems to be blocking your optimism, blocking your joy, perhaps. The way that the Lovers is showing up as the challenge to overcome could be part of the reason why the Sun is showing up reversed. Three of Pentacles. Feeling like your contributions are valid, understanding the nature of a relationship being about mutual respect and being a fit for one another's needs, that each person brings something unique to a relationship and it has to be a fit for the needs of the other person, otherwise the relationship itself doesn't take off. So it's not just about feelings, it's also about practicality. Love is one thing, a relationship is another. And then we have the King of Pentacles reversed. I'm wondering if this is your anxiety surrounding being financially independent or not. King of Pentacles reversed as a challenge in love can be wondering, like, well, who am I deserving of? Who can I attract? It can be like thinking, well, everyone out there has got a good job and earns lots of money, and maybe I don't feel like I measure up in that regard. I'm not sure if you fit into that category, but that's a possibility with this. It's saying that that would be something to address and overcome, those feelings of insecurity when it comes to your earnings. And recognizing that that may be a concern for some people, but not all people. Like, if that's a concern of yours, it's not necessarily a concern for everyone, if that makes sense. That's the way they're giving it to me. And to clarify the Sun, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is saying that it's all in divine timing. There's, especially when Temperance comes out in the same reading, timing and patience, things happening in there. To everything there is a season. To everything it's like, it needs to happen when it's meant to happen. And I feel like part of what they're saying here is not only are you doing self-work to prepare yourself to be the partner for your future person, but your future person is also being worked on by Spirit. They're also developing themselves, their character, their who they're going to end up becoming. So it's like saying don't put the cart before the horse. And I think you were already picking up on that, sensing that, Spirit, Spirit, universe, God, however you conceptualize the divine, is wanting you to work on yourself and your own self-esteem. Not necessarily before you have your next relationship, but it's a factor. It's a factor. It's saying when you learn a lesson, when you're ready, things move forward. And there's nothing that you can do to rush that timetable. It's going to happen exactly when it's meant to. Not only do you have to be ready, but your person has to be at the right place at the right time in their own life, in their own development, to be a match for you. It talks about like your gear fitting with their gear. So you have your wheel of fortune and their wheel of fortune. And if everything goes according to divine plan, you match up at some point. You know, you cross paths. You're at the right stage in your own personal development to be a benefit to one another. And that's when it fits. I want to shuffle back and do another spread for you specifically regarding your Aquarius man. I'll give you the coming week, the coming month, and the coming year, and get the energies for you and for him. Okay, in the coming week, oh wow, look what we have here. In the coming week, we have 3 major arcana cards, one of which is the star, which stands for Aquarius. So spirits heard your question. The star is coming out reversed. So it's uncertain whether or not that means that you'll be actually connecting with him. But he's showing up in your reading, that's for certain. Hermit in reverse says that you are coming out of a period of seclusion or isolation. So that's potentially indicative of you reaching out to him. And then the Chariot talks about being in alignment and moving forward. So that's your energy. Definitely with him on your mind. Let me see his energy. Show me Mr. Aquarian's energy toward Cristina. In the coming week. Whoa, too many. I dropped a few here. I'm gonna take the one that fell on the table. Okay. He may or may not be aware of you in the coming week. It looks like he has his mind on dating in general. We have Justice, the Knight of Swords, and the Three of Cups. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he's likely in the legal profession. The Knight of Swords can be a lawyer or someone who works in the legal system, and Justice can represent the justice system. If not that, then he's definitely someone who fights for the little guy, looks out for people who, like people who are bullied or people who need looking out for. I'd say he's definitely a good person, but this Three of Cups says that he's probably playing the field, dating more than one person, not looking for anything too serious at the moment. Show me the coming month. Show me Christina's energy toward Mr. Aquarius in the coming month. Strength in reverse, maybe working up the nerve to reach out to him. 5 of Pentacles reversed. There's a change either in your finances or in your living situation. It would be a stretch to interpret this as you feeling more connected to him. Let's see, because the Five of Pentacles means removing yourself from a situation or abandoning a situation. In reverse, it can mean the opposite. So like throwing yourself at a situation, potentially. But with the Strength in reverse, I'm doubtful. Yeah, because the Queen of Wands is showing up in reverse, which means we still have some self-esteem to work on here. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Let me think in this context. It could be just your desire to not feel so separate from him. Like if you feel like he's unreachable. Show me Mr. Aquarius's energy over the coming month. Interesting. He's showing up as the King of Wands reversed, and you're showing up as the Queen of Wands reversed. You might be in a similar position in terms of self-confidence. Ace of Pentacles, open to new possibilities. And the Devil in reverse, having overcome some self-limiting behavior. Now, caution, Devil in reverse can indicate that he's got some toxic behaviors. Sometimes the Devil stands for addictions or some really problematic, like toxic behavior. So just because you don't know him that well, I want to make sure that I make that caution quite clear. Because it's looking like there's a possibility you would have an opening to reach out to him with this Ace of Pentacles in his side of things, meaning he's open to receiving a new offer, potentially in love. But with this Devil reversed, it makes me think, do your homework on him before getting involved. It might be nothing serious. It might just be insecurities, like not believing in himself, overcoming that sort of thing. But it can also mean something a lot more serious, like drug addiction or any sort of problematic behavior, theft, anything problematic. Now, the reversal means that he's putting it behind him or trying to, no matter how severe. But, be careful. In the coming year, in your side of things, we have the first two cards out are the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords, which is getting your heart broken and potentially a lot of fighting, although the Five of Swords in your original spread stood more for like the inner conflict. So that's a possibility. Specifically relating to your Aquarius man, you might connect with him and have your heart broken. We'll see what comes up on his side of things. Now, it's possible to break your own heart just by never reaching out. What's the third card to represent Christina's energy toward her Aquarius man? Okay. Page of Swords reversed. It's likely that you don't reach out to him in this coming year. Well, at least that's what's showing up here. Energy is changeable. Doesn't mean that this is your script that you have to follow. his side, he gets the Ten of Cups. What else for Mr. Aquarius? Just the Ten of Cups? Is that all we want to say? Here we go. The World in reverse. Judgment in reverse came out along with the Six of Pentacles. Well, the only real red flag I see here is the Devil in reverse. That's something to get to know better about him, whether that's a serious cause for concern or not. In the coming year, he's going to be setting his sights on some true happiness, Ten of Cups, perhaps finding a relationship that makes him really, really happy. Now, if you never have reached out to him and then you find out he's found a relationship and he's happy, then that would make sense why he's happy and you're heartbroken, possibly. The World in reverse tells me that the window of opportunity for you and him to cross paths isn't over. It may not happen this year, but it's not, the window of opportunity isn't closed. He is someone that understands the needs of a relationship, like the give and take, listening to the needs of your partner and being willing to step up and give that. I think he has some decent relationship skills. Judgment in reverse, it's possible that he's not looking for any long-term commitment this year. Judgment in the upright would be, I'm ready to make a decision that would last for a long time. And in the reverse, in a relationship context, that puts that into question. So even though, his ideal happiness might be in singlehood, might not be in a relationship, that's entirely possible. And the World in reverse, perhaps he wants to leave his options open. That's what I have for you today. I hope these messages have helped. I'm going to pull you an oracle card to close out your reading. This is the Power of Surrender oracle deck. It talks about what we can release, aka surrender, in order to make room for more positive energies in our life. Spirit, what closing messages do we have for Cristina? Okay, 2 cards. We have Surrender Fear. Let go of the fearful stories you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. That's exactly what we were talking about. Baby steps, bite-sized pieces. And then the last one out is surrender your desire to control people. Being overly controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. All right, take care, good luck with everything, and I'll see you back in the daily readings on YouTube. Bye.